Good evening, everybody. I am Naga. I'm going to set this message off with a light meditation. To the creator of all things, my voice is not heard easy because I'm only a speck in your eye. And it's not as important to focus on me unless I'm doing the work. So I come to you now asking for salvation while I speak your word into fruition. Creator of all things, you are the guide and light, the understanding, the message, and the way. The format and what things come and go. Good, bad, and indifferent. I know they come from you, Father. I only meditate from the sincerity of my heart to ask you for the salvation to speak your truth. Father, please listen to me and hear me as I stand in this system of turmoil to bring your word into the living. Your son. Amen. Let's get into it.
Hey. With the affirmations to enjoy your day with. I am who masters me. I embody mastery. Naga's rising cavalry. The netters are my battery. I got my discipline. My source comes from within. Root chakra grounded in the cosmos so infinite. Nagas through my veins. Currencies flow through ligaments. Another netter instrument. Manifest me dividends. I'm on my mastery. Self-doubt is blasphemy. I'm the God I ask for me, connected to my astral being. I summon other beings, all facets of me. Magician carve my meaning. My purpose is the alchemy. I am numero uno, Raishi on my mind, lion's mane, big on sumo, Babalao aligned with Pluto. We kick back like we judo, karma licks back with Pluto. Heart on a feather, that represents my new growth. Trusting me is crucial, the God in me a do show. I'm bigger than your economics, politics, and Google. My omnipresence is the true show, all the world is stage. Allow my authentic self to be the sage. Fumigating parasites all up in my space. Cause I am who masters me. I embody mastery. I'm bigger than indoctrinations. Naga's rising cavalry. I am who masters me. I embody mastery. I'm bigger than the situation. Netters are my battery. I am who masters me. I embody mastery. Naga's rising cavalry. The netters are my battery.
You already know the vibes. It's Naga here. And I came to bring you a message. All praise due to the Most High. This message is based off connections, friends, family, and loved ones, specifically loved ones. We are in 2024, which is 44, right? 44 is the 8, the big 8. I'm literally 44 right now, which is a big 8. When you get involved in situations, majority of the time what you do is you give yourself whole to an individual because you want to make the best impression. Why is this even a particular value? You don't give your best impression to the divine every day. You don't wake up and say, I'm going to put my best foot forward to represent for the creator of all things today. You don't say, I'm going to make sure I satisfy these laws and be in a better version of myself for the divine today. It's not something that people do as a normality. And what's interesting about those values is you would rather do that for lesser values that don't even have your highest contentment to heart placed in value. And soon as something of a lower value treats you indifferent, you know what you do? You crumple into a piece of paper, balled up into a spit wad that's going to be shot through a straw across the classroom. And see, it's an interesting concept because that's when everybody's the loudest. I'm crying tears because of how bad you did me. I don't see too many people crying tears because of how people disrespect the creator of all things. I get hurt behind shit like that. When I see people just doing irate shit, I will break down in tears. Because I'm like, how can you disrespect Almighty that way? It's not about what you're doing, it's how and what you're doing that you have no understanding on. So this message was based off the value to have you understand if you are in a circumstance, situation, or standard, and you believe that there are inadmissibles afoot, there are shortcomings afoot, there are things that are taking place that just don't equal up to the value of satisfying the righteous side of you or your best interests. This is when you need to understand to start to sow and conceal your emotions back within yourself. That is a personal thing. That is not a conversation. That is something you can understand to do without having to direct that towards a person. I'm not going to give you my emotions no more because you acting like, nah, we're not going to do that. But what you're going to do from now on is you're going to take back what's yours instantly instead of waiting later to take back what's yours. You're going to take it from that spot. You don't have to leave. You don't have to end anything. You don't have to make a brash motion. You just take back your power. This means you will give less. This means you will respond less. This means you will care less. Not in the action of damage, but in the action of giving that fortuitive energy that you want to put your best foot forward for an individual who really don't give two shits about you, right? When this process starts to take place, you end up having to find a source of strength to be able to do these things because we are shallow-minded individuals. I ain't going to say we, I'm going to say y'all. I'm sorry. I've been walking a good path. And divine has been guiding me. So no, I'm not going to throw myself in the same boat with you people. But I'm going to tell you how you can get up out that boat. And understanding that this is a choice that you have. This is an option that you can live. This is something you can do to solidify your safety and comfort in any situation, people, place, or thing that you may get involved with. Understanding that your power is yours, and just because you give it out don't mean that you have to condemn the world. You don't have to spit fire and brimstone. You don't have to pour gas out and light a match. It doesn't have to be the burning of the Mississippi fires. It don't have to be none of that. It can be just what it is. Let them go. Let it go. Keep it at bay. The power of understanding who you are is the fact of not giving up everything. Of when do you go to a diamond store and they just passing out diamonds? Hey, you can have a diamond, you get a diamond, you get a diamond too. You get a diamond, you get a diamond, you get a diamond, ooh. No, we're not doing that. And if you consider yourself something of value, why would you sell yourself so short to the understanding of manipulation, right? It's like, oh, I'm getting some form of attention. Nah, I'll wait. I'm not so eager to be in the circumference of an individual who don't value their self or their time for someone else. You have to be held as importance. And if you're chosen by people who don't understand how to do that, then you're choosing the wrong people. That is not their fault. That is your fault. That's like saying, I'm gonna go give this wad of money to the dog to play with and hope that the dog bring it back to me. I'm pretty sure it's gonna come back ripped up and wet, chewed on. It's not how you want your money back, don't you think? So what do you think happens with careless people who don't really show the value of inspiration to a connection? Being inspired because the connection is so fortuitous. It doesn't happen. So what does that mean? Why are you still pushing? You trying to get somebody to understand what? You trying to get somebody to see what? You're not going to change it. You're not going to force it to fall into the value of how you want it to. That only happens through your acts. And when you show acts of shortcomings before this situation, you have lost the opportunity to be within the right of that great energy that you know is fortuitous for you. That's a journey. That's a journey. Did you get a chance to begin that journey correctly? Or did you not prepare correctly? Did you not have the wherewithal to put yourself in it fully? Did you not have the respect value to give to a circumstance, so therefore it sees you as such a thing that would carry it at a high value? I don't think people understand what I'm saying right now. This is why majority of the time things don't work out for individuals. In this 2024 44 8 individual circumstances of energy, the infinity link, the lock-in, you have to stand in a way to where that protection that you're standing with, you carry yourself, and anything around you chooses to do that as such because they see you as something precious. You carry yourself with value, so you'll be treated as such. Listening to this sister sing today, oh my God, so beautiful of a voice. And I spoke to the sister plenty of times, and I didn't even know she can sing. This gave me a new perspective on who she was as a person of value. Majority of the time when she speaks, she's just talking shit, right? She's talking shit to people for the most part. And I didn't know she had this about her. And I'm going to share this with you right now. Love don't live here anymore. You abandoned me. Love don't live here anymore. Oh no. Just a vacancy. Love don't live here anymore. Oh no. When you lived inside of me, there was nothing I could conceive that you wouldn't do for me. Trouble seems so far away. You changed that right away. You abandoned me. Love don't live here anymore. Just a vacancy. Come on now. Love don't live here anymore. Come on. Love don't live here anymore. Love don't live here. Love don't live here anymore. Love don't live here. Love don't live here anymore. Okay. All right. And that was beautiful. But just that song alone speaks volumes as far as the message. This is why I wanted to share it with you. There's value in everybody, and there's some people who want to be valued but don't have value for themselves. So they spread themselves very thin while they falsify the value of who they are. This is a manipulator. People go around the world giving of themselves in different situations, low or high, and then come to where there's value and try to place themselves high. Nah, you just left from being spilt milk. You just left from being pulled out the trash. Somebody threw a cup on the floor and missed the garbage can. So you're on the floor. You can't run down the street and say, look at me, I'm a diamond plus more. It's not going to happen. You got to be able to walk and have patience for yourself. And if you don't have patience with yourself, who's going to have patience for you? You're only treating yourself how you want to be treated. And this is an understanding. I cannot deal with energies that do not serve or give two damns about yourself to hold yourself at a higher value. Oh, yes. 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 All praise due to the Most High. All praise due to the Most High. Lack thereof of what you have or what you think about yourself, even if you have nothing, you still hold yourself at a high value, because it's not about what you have or what you obtain. It's how well you keep what you have and what you obtain. It's how well you manage what you have and what you obtain. If I have something to drink, it's a bottle of juice, a quart of water, a piece of cake or something, I give everybody some, and I don't give none to myself. Did I handle that correctly? Was I overbearing with my actions? Yes, I was. I gave of myself too much. Is where you're giving yourself out, willing to give you some of yourself back in reciprocity? Is it willing to protect you while you give yourself out in reciprocity? Or does it try to damage things you love and manipulate the value and give you conversation of rhetoric that don't stand to the truth of who and what you are? That is not what you need to be connected to. This is a new year, 2024. You have the opportunity to be all that and more. We ain't doing that this year. All praise due to the Most High. And I don't expect none of you women nor men to give yourself to people who do not hold you at a high value and represent that not just in your face, behind your back when you don't see as well. Will burn down a city when your back is turned if they try to cross down the line. No, we need real warriors, real lioness, representing what you so-called see to value, not the false value, not what we put in front of people's face to make them believe that we are valued, what you do when you're not around, which makes you value. How many people know that your partner lies to you or don't know? Or you believe that your partner lies to you because things are just so different? How clean is everything when you leave and come back? How so intact it seems like it ain't right? Only divine can make these things right, and following divine to the salvation of what you're going to do as far as bringing this unconditional love to somebody is the only path that we actually have. It's the only path that we actually have. So valuing yourself first and loving yourself through the value of patience. You go so far with the impatience, you forgot and understood that you was actually waiting. That's how patience actually works. You don't, oh, I'm being patient. You're telling yourself this action. No, you're supposed to be in patience. Not impatient. You're impatient. Inside of patience. So while you're inside of patience, you are waiting. You are waiting. You are waiting for it to change over. You have to stand up. You have to hold your value. And when you hold your value high enough, then your value will be reciprocated as such. But if you take your value and don't understand what you're connecting to, and you sign a paper or sign a contract with something that has lesser value than how you value yourself, you have devalued who you are. Literally. You have devalued who you are. Literally. You only got one life to live. Right? I don't think you want to waste your life on being upset because you made the wrong choice. How many choices do you make in your life to where you are destroying? Right? And I ain't talking about other things outside of you. You're destroying parts of you, value parts of you, as you throw them at this individual to get them to see that you're important enough to value. Nah, we ain't walking that road this year. You ain't throwing no value at nobody. If they can't see you of value, you don't need to be there. My grandfather says start them out with 100 points. If they start taking those 100 points from you, you take that 100 points back. You treat them how they want to be treated. And this is you saving that value. When do you give the value for? When do I give the value incomplete to what I'm completely connected to? When that complete connection respects and values you. All praise due. Facts. That is a fact. That's when you give all of yourself. This is when you can manifest all of your values for someone. When you see them valuing you. Before you even reach the mark to say, oh, I need to check. Nah, you ain't got to check because they already ahead of you. 2 steps, 3 steps, 10 steps ahead of you. Just loving on, loving on, loving on, loving on. You're like, damn, yo. I ain't had to do shit. I forgot. I ain't forget for you, baby. I got you. I'll make sure we on point. We on point, not you, we. Something that stands out in a valued form that protects the value in form in you. So therefore, the image of what that looks like is being manifested in what you value. So now it's reflection for the reception and the connection. All praise due. All praise due. Why would you want anything less than that? Oh, I forgot. Motherfuckers don't love yourself. So you out here searching for something to have fun. Fun backwards is enough. 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 It might be enough for the value of who you are. Shallow as shit. You ain't gonna just give me anything. Yeah, I like peanut butter and jelly, but I make my own sandwiches. You're not gonna fix my food for me and then tell me that's what I'm worth. You're not gonna work my back and bone and then don't give me nothing. You're not going to use me or abuse me or put me in some circumstance and thinking that that's where your strength is at. No, I'm going to check that because I have to be valued. I'm a person that should be. Capabilities don't come cheap. Not in this world anyway. How many people are capable of even loving themselves, more or less talking about you want to love somebody else? Or is it the plan for you to manipulate somebody to make them believe that you're that individual? Yeah, we got to turn on the bright lights now. You got to turn on the bright lights because sometimes it's too dim on in the room. You know, dim lights, demon, too many demons blocking the light in the room so you can't even see the true fraction of the individual that you're dealing with because there's too many things and blockages of light around that value. Yeah, why do you speak on value so much? Because value should be respected. And once you understand the consequences and repercussions of what you deal with, you're going to treat value a lot different. This is not even a saddening aspect for me. At my lowest, I'm still at my highest. I seen a post earlier today on Facebook. It said, in order for you to bring me down, you have to be able to come all the way up here. And if you can't get all the way up here, I think it's going to be hard for you to bring me down. This is not a fishing game. You're not throwing a hook trying to catch something, and you definitely won't catch me at the height I'm at. Oh, no. Oh, no. My naivete and my love mixed with the value leads me to show all my cards in the beginning. That song go, I look fly, I look good. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel so good when you meet somebody. You feel like you can, even if you don't have anything, you feel like you're willing to give yourself to these people. And then you get treated as if, man, you ain't even that important. But they don't say these words. They treat you that way. They talk behind your back and whisper in rooms. They set up other things for their momentary pleasure while they think about you. That's a falsified connection. That's actually damaging because now you're killing the vibe before the frequency even hit. It's like the frequency hit and it's not even accepted. So the reciprocated properties that come with somebody absorbing energy, the energy is even like, wait a minute, they already full. It's already gas in the tank. So then the energy come back, but it comes back falsified. So you get a smile from the individual and you wondering, why is the energy coming back if they're happy? Ah, yes. Be mindful of how you give your energy out because everybody's not important enough for you. And if you can see it in the beginning, you can stop it early. You don't always have to satisfy yourself and you don't always need sex to be the goal. Stop using momentary values or physical connections to make it a reason for you to fuck up your value. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is even crazy over here. I had to go to the right side of the shoulder for that one. But it's kind of crazy. Like, some people used to say back in the day, at least I fucked her. Or she'd be like, at least he took me out. It's all this shallow shit. Like, you have no value for yourself before you belittle yourself. So we're not doing that on the 44 year. We're not doing that on a big 8. We're not going to belittle ourselves for momentary values just so we don't look stupid because we didn't accomplish anything within a circumstance that didn't have value for you. That's fine. If it don't got value, that's actually even more safe because I didn't have to give you no parts of myself. I didn't have to give out no parts of myself. I was able to keep myself. We got 9 days into that monthly oil drain that comes in. Every 29 days of every month, the crystals slides down the 33 vertebrae, hit the five fuse bones, go through the nervous system, rise back up to 33 vertebrae, stop in the middle of the solar plex, and lets that egg grow. So when it hatches, it rises up the rest of the vertebrae and goes through the Abdullah oblongata, hits the pituitary gland, and then goes into the pineal gland. And then shines the light down on your world, your body, your kingdom. Every 29 days. Every 29 days. Okay? So the start of each month, 29 days into that month, is when that process takes place. Every single time. Okay? So what's important to you? Your value, or how you connect to somebody that you think has value? Watch the demons out here. Watch the dim lights. Watch what they do. Watch how they move. Watch how they're so wrapped up into the worldly way of things, they have no room for nothing high celestial. They have no room for divinity. They have no room for ancestors and angelic properties, angles, and waves. They don't have no room for divine feminine. There's no room. They got room for a soda, maybe some cigarettes. Got to get some gas. Pop your booty, shake your cheeks a little bit. Talk about some bullshit. Just a waste of time. I leave it in the hands of the divine. But the more you involve yourself into circumstances that don't show your value, the reciprocity that it needs, you need to realize that before you give it more of your value. And there's nothing wrong with you saying, you know what? I'm just wasting my time right now. I'm just trying to fulfill a space and time just to do something. Literally, you're going to sit there and waddle and roll in some energy with an individual on the physical level that hasn't even had the chance to comprehend the value for yourself. So what that even entails is you don't know what that motherfucker been doing. Period. They don't value themselves. They could have just came off for something. They could have just slid out, went in the bathroom, bird bath real quick, and came right over to you. You don't know where they came just because they got a soft voice and they speaking like I'm saying the right words that they want to hear. Nah, women be attracted to dick too, just like men attracted to pussy. Women are attracted to it just like men are attracted to it. They're not going to tell you that because, hey, I'd rather be subtle. There's not a feeling in a man's body that a woman don't endure. We all endure the same feelings. Whether or not we can reciprocate the value of how that comes across, that is something completely different. But this is why I'm specifying on the fact that you need to have your value high. You need to understand that you are of value. So before you give your value to someone else and they can take it and run with it and say, ha, 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 I did this with that, you know not to give this shit to everybody. You know not to just give your value to anybody. Yes, we get excited when we see things. Yes, we get excited when we love. Yes, we get excited when we're happy. But you got to think about what you're losing also. And you're losing the value of oneself. So before you go jump and think you got an award for having sex or award for having sexual activity, right? Or award because somebody took you out or bought you something. Before you get to that point, ask yourself, right? Do you even value you? Are you harming this individual by receiving what they have to offer? Do you plan to stay as long as this person believes in their mind? Pay attention. Look at the smiles. Look at the happiness. Look at the emotions of the fortuitive growth. Ask yourself, should I be taken from this individual or should I be protecting them? Because I really don't plan to be here long. I really don't plan to be loyal to this individual. And if that's how you feel, stand on that. So you know what? I'm here for a short time, not a long time. Let's just enjoy ourselves right now. You can slow down. I bet you that individual will check themselves real fast. You tell them that. If you one of the ones that take value and you cannot maintain that, you be the one to tell that individual, nah, slow down. We just in a date right now. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that serious. Maybe we'll go later, but for right now, we just getting to know each other. I bet you they'll pull back. You just saved somebody's life from you hurting them. Be the image of righteousness. You can still have the same thing that you have in life without destroying everything you touch. This airplane always flying overhead. This shit in space right now. This airplane all the way up in space right now, curving the earth. Y'all flying in backyard single successor planes. Ain't even going, 200 feet in the air. Everybody see you flying around. Ain't worth the shit. We gonna train everything. We gonna retrain everything over because divine said so. You are of value. Stop lowering your value because you don't know how to value who you are. And be the image of what value looks like when you are protecting it. So therefore you can teach things that come into your circumference, into your energy, into your life, that at least they were valued correctly. Even if you don't exchange bodily fluids or go nowhere, they feel good about meeting you because you was man or woman enough to say, you know what? We're not going that far. We're not going that far. I respect you enough. I value you enough to where I don't want to hurt you. That starts to reciprocate into unconditional love because you don't want nothing from nobody, but you're giving them everything at the moment. You don't want nothing from them, but you're giving them everything at the moment. That reciprocates into unconditional love. Walk with me. Come on, let's go in the park real quick. Take this walk with me. We'll sit by this tree. And see, it's okay. Because a moment in time is just a moment in time. What you can get from that, it'll show your level of addiction. If you one of the people that you got to have it, you got to make it happen, it's just what it is, then you're actually talking to your addictions. You're not talking to the actuality of things. You're talking to what you want to come out of the situations. You can check yourself with that. You know what? I really was about to play you just now. I'm glad we actually sat down. I had to think about some things. Even though we may seem and feel like we are healthy, a lot of us have mental issues, mental sickness, mental illness. And mental illness is a very deadly thing. Not understanding. I used to say this when I was younger. Don't bring everybody to my house because I don't know how everybody thinking. For real. I ain't got time to think about. I can tell how you thinking because you my homie. I've been around you and I know how you move. I probably can relate because you got control over that, man. But don't bring 5 or 6 people to my crib because I don't know these niggas and I don't know how they think. Then I got to worry about if they're going to try to come back to my house after they leave. We're not doing that. I value myself too much. We start leading with value back into this culture. A person can leave from your side feeling happy and having a good time instead of saying, I went to do this and I felt like I lost everything. I felt like somebody undressed me with my eyes. I felt like she was groping me before she had to touch me. I felt like I gave up so much money just for a date for no damn reason. All these things that people are fighting for online is materialistic mental values that devalues you because you don't satisfy the material essence of things. Oh, you didn't do this, you didn't do that, so it must not be of value. No, we're going to stop badgering our brothers and sisters in this world, period. And you sisters out here who really don't value yourself, and you got to put on 10 tons of makeup. You got to prop your titties up. You got to push your butt up. You got to put the high heels on to make your legs stack up in the back to make you walk forward. So it makes it like you got the big butt and all that. You don't value yourself. This is why you're going through so many things to make yourself look different. You don't value yourself in all spectrums of life. I'm going to look good. Who told you that look good? You're actually falling over. You pressing your toes in these shoes that head straight to the ground. Your feet are not healthy. That means you're not even grounded. So your toes don't even spread when you walk. You ain't got no foundation with you. You sitting there on your tiptoes trying to take it from the back on the heavy, and you just giving your life away. Go in the bathroom, wash off. Oh, ain't no value in that. That's like pissing in a trash can. Same for a man. How could you feel your value when that's how low you would step just to get satisfied? Oh, man. Oh, man. Devon said don't make this message long. And I'm not going to make it long. Please support the stream. Information is on the screen. I hope that you understand what I'm saying tonight. I hope you find value in who you are as an individual. I hope you realize that this value that we're talking about can be reciprocated, because it's not just used to check people. It's also used to uplift my brothers and sisters. So understand, no matter where you at in this world, whatever spectrum you on, you are valued when you start treating yourself as such. Naga.
Monet, ayy. With the affirmations to enjoy your day with. I am who masters me. I embody mastery. Naga's rising cavalry. The netters are my battery. I got my discipline. My source comes from within. Root chakra grounded in the cosmos so infinite. Nagas through my veins. Currencies flow through ligaments. Another netter instrument. Manifest me dividends. I'm on my mastery. Self-doubt is blasphemy. I'm the God I ask for me, connected to my astral dream. I summon other beings, all facets of me. Magician carve my meaning. My purpose is the alchemy. I am numero uno, Raishi on my mind, lion's mane, big on sumo, Babalao aligned with Pluto. We kick back like judo, karma licks back from Pluto. Heart on a feather, that represents my new growth. Trusting me is crucial, the God in me a do show. I'm bigger than your economics, politics, and Google. My omnipresence is the true show, all the world's a stage. Allow my authentic self to be the sage. Fumigating parasites all up in my space. Cause I am who masters me. I embody mastery. I'm bigger than indoctrinations. Naga's rising cavalry. I am who masters me. I embody mastery. I'm bigger than the situation. Netters are my battery. I am who masters me. I embody mastery. Naga's rising cavalry. The netters are my battery.